component that I'm looking forward to is pharmaceutical research, because this is our primary entry point in terms of conservation and protecting wildlife species. But thereon, we'll then go into our secondary objective, which will be to use the data that has been collected in the process of protecting wildlife species to do pharmaceutical research. I think you are quite aware that we're coming from a very devastating experience that we had as a global village to deal with COVID. And whether you agree with the conclusion that has been scientists to say that the virus was spread from animal species, whether you agree with that conclusion or not, but that's the main focus area that we are looking at as a company, other than just protecting wildlife species, but also as well as understanding the data that has been collected to come up with pharmaceutical solutions that will then help us from preventing such occurrences from happening in future through the spread of animal diseases to humans. And I must also say confidently here that through artificial intelligence, if I was to give an example, if you have two individuals that are involved in a fight, so one has a knife and then the other one has a gun, you can conclude to say that the one with the gun will win the fight. But if you were to replace the one with the knife and bring in a person with a gun, you might not make a conclusive as to who would win that fight. Perhaps you have to go into other determining factors. What machinery are they using? What firing range is being used between the two individuals involved in that fight? So I must confidently say here, I think as you said in the morning, the early adopters of artificial intelligence, the advantage they have is as they use artificial intelligence to begin to solve problems that have been affecting society, the advantage they have is for their businesses or solutions to be disrupted, they need a superior counter-reaction to the solution, and that can only happen through artificial intelligence. So that's AI to AI. So for those businesses and organizations that are using artificial intelligence, you can be so confident that as you go about your business might not be disrupted, unless only if you are faced with another AI opposition player.
What would you give to business people here and advise them in terms of adopting AI in their businesses? Should they sit, wait? Should they adopt AI to protect their businesses into the future? What advice would you give to the business leaders and government departments that are here?
I would advise that they hitch the ride and get on board early as opposed to waiting. And I think before I go further in giving any benefits that they might get from using artificial intelligence, I think from the morning sessions that we had, I think one of the main challenges that has been pointed out even by the representative from the Minister of Science and Technology is job creation. A lot of industries are worried about what will be the consequences of using artificial intelligence. And my advice would be, like in our case, as a business, we're so proud, and I can confirm here that our AI, artificial intelligence solution, does not in any way and will not in any way affect any job opportunities or have any job losses to the people that we are providing the solution. And in this case, I'm talking about wildlife officers. We're just coming in to bring in efficiency to the sector itself. Imagine you being a warden and you're running a national park, or you're running any entity that has wildlife species on it, and you have human resources, and added to that you have an artificial intelligence system or surveillance system. Imagine the benefits that you'd accrued from using artificial intelligence. One, you're able to utilize your resources or human resources effectively. In the case that you would deploy them at particular points where the AI will be able to dictate activities that you have programmed your AI to dictate. So that's one of the benefits, deployment of human resources, better analytics of the data that you receive through artificial intelligence. So I think the argument about jobs in terms of losses, I think certainly for businesses that will use artificial intelligence for effective solutions, management of their businesses, they shouldn't be worried about losses. And then the other thing that I can also advise in regards to artificial intelligence, based on the data collected from the artificial intelligence, as a business, you're able to make better decisions to improve your operations. And in most cases, I think for a very long time, as we were using analog, we were limited in terms of decision making on having improved operations. And through artificial intelligence, you can therefore you're fast tracked to get to a point where you make better decisions for your business through the data you're collecting. So I think get on board, don't be left behind, and depending on the business that you have, be assured that Inc. will therefore customize the artificial intelligence to be able to meet your needs, depending on whichever sector that you belong to, be it agriculture, manufacturing, like ourselves, tourism, or aviation as well. Even those that are in the mining sector, if you are doing exploration, using artificial intelligence through drones would give you an advantage as opposed to those that are not getting on board. So don't wait and don't be left behind. Thank you.
So just to wrap up, I'll start with you as the company secretary. I mean, and you work very well with Inc. And you have few sites. You have a lot of things that we are doing, both government, international partners, etc. Can you give a little bit of color in just explain how that process is going and how the colleagues at Inc. are working with you, and what more support do you need from us?
Thank you so much, Chair. One thing I want to say here openly is that with what the director has already earlier on alluded, for us, Inc. came to Zambia, and we're very grateful that one of the countries that you thought of setting best was Zambia, because looking at strategically how Zambia is positioned, we're land-linked as a country, and just the emerging economy that we are, I really feel that our collaboration, to start with Inc., has been very well coordinated. Daniel, Christabel, Ruth, and the team, I can say they've been on it. We're very, very grateful in the sense that this is a youth-led organization, and really you would expect stigma behind it and just throw it off. But like what one of the speakers spoke about this morning, or reaffirmed it this afternoon, is that Inc. is here to work with everyone at your level. They're not here to only look at the big tech, to look at the multi-billion companies. They're here to work with everyone. So our collaboration, our understanding has been very well. We've been at a level of discussion. We've been at a level where we've been given sites by the government through the Ministry of Tourism. And that site, we had the team just do the surveillance, they did the baseline and everything. And I believe this pilot project won't only bring MCO to the global flag, but will also bring Inc. to a flag which is globally. And even after the pilot, the scaling up of this project is to our advantage, because we already understand that Inc. is spread out all around Africa. And we're very, very grateful to report that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Emmanuel, there's the Group CEO of Inc. here. What can I ask for you and say, Group CEO, is it possible to strengthen this partnership? What would you need from the Group CEO to strengthen your partnership between MCOM and Inc. in your work? And also, just if you can now wrap up and say, what do you really, the detail of some of the initial things that you see, exactly what AI now technically can do?
To the group CEO, in terms of strengthening our partnership with Inc., I think the one thing that we are looking forward to is in terms of technical support and the know-how in dealing with artificial intelligence, as well as other than just the technical support, as well as I think as the company secretary mentioned, to say we are looking forward to scaling up. So
if I may ask, if I ask him to say, can he give you the platform for 6 months without you guys paying, so that you can produce report to go to clients and others, would that be okay? Can I ask him?
Yes, very, very much.
He will respond. I'll give a mic to him later, Group CEO. But continue, Emmanuel.
And then in terms of concluding, I think I would like to just give a free advice, or a precursor advice to
it's
those,
free, right?
Listen to those who are in the Ministry of Science and Technology or any other department dealing with government. For a very long time, we've been asking ourselves to say, as Africans, what can really put us out there, you know, on the global level. And just recently, we had the Block Community Summit, and our Republican President, His Excellence President Hakainde Hichilema, I think the 2 points that he had outlined as he spoke was access to technology and access to capital. And I'll just zero in on the access to technology. The advice I can give is, as we've reached at a critical point in terms of critical minerals that will really foster sustainable and future economic growth for the globe, we have to take advantage of our critical minerals that are very vital for technological development by really tapping in using artificial intelligence. We do have the human resources in Zambia and in Africa, those that have been trained to program artificial intelligence and deal with language models that that are related to artificial intelligence. So we can really take advantage of our critical minerals and embed in them artificial intelligence solutions that really put us out there on the global level to compete with, industry players from the east and the west. There isn't any other better way other than that if we want to put ourselves out there on the global stage. Take advantage of the mineral resources, more especially the critical mineral resources that are to do with the development of technological advancement, and utilize the human resource that is at your disposal by targeting them, making sure that they come up with solutions using artificial intelligence. If we miss this stage, I don't think there isn't any other opportunity that to come better other than this. So that's the advice I can give to any departments in government. Work hand in hand with the other ministries, line ministries, the Ministry of Mining, the Ministry of Science and Technology, and take advantage of those critical minerals. And moreover, when it comes to electric car and self-driving cars, one of the vital components that will be used in that, other than the critical minerals, will be artificial intelligence. So why not take advantage and really make sure that as a country, as a continent, as a whole, we use this opportunity that has come our way by making sure that we combine the two critical components that have been moreover in the history of human life presented before us. So I think that's the advice that I give. There will never be any other opportunity that you get than us. Go use the critical minerals and take advantage of the human resources that you have at your disposal in terms of artificial intelligence. And in closing, just kilometers away from here, in this, the central area of Lusaka, there's another event that is taking place. That's at Mlungushi, organized by a department under government. I'm not sure if they are under the Ministry of Technology, but it's been organized by actors. And guess what? They've really put out to the public to go and check out what they're offering. It's artificial intelligence. So, I'm even more excited that there are programs that are being put out there for the public to take advantage of artificial intelligence. But there will never be any other opportunity that we will have as an African, as an African continent. If we're waiting to have access to technology from our friends in the West and in the East, with certain IPOs that they've developed, there's no way they will give us those. But this is the only opportunity that we can get and thrive in the area of technology. And artificial intelligence, as you can see on the screen, the motto, the future of technology is here. It's not in the future. It's not a month from now. It's not 2 months from now. Because if you wait 2 months from now, there will be more advanced artificial intelligence that will be developed. So why not get on board now so that by the time you have more advanced technology that will be developed, you'll have boosted your best operations of your business and your NGO. I think this is where I'll end.
So thank you very much. Let me request the Group CEO to respond to you, to come up on stage, but also just to ask, have you done some work in large-scale models?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
Yes.
I would advise you to look at some of these parameters and large-scale models, or what's say large language models, LLMs. It's very important that you look at that.
Okay.
Over to you, CEO. Yes, Emmanuel.
Thank you very much, Chair, and thank you very much, Emmanuel and Secretary, for a very, very intriguing conversation. We started by saying that social impact is important to us, and now we're finishing with a very good talk from an NGO. You know, I was saying to someone earlier today that there are projects that we call the chairman's projects, and projects like that always have budget. So there is budget for us to give you a 6 months pilot, and we are proud to do it. We are very proud to do it. We want to be associated with MCON. We want to be associated with your company because of what you are doing. I think a journalist earlier today asked me about this, and I said there are instances where we will go all out to go and do our social responsibility. So yes, at some point we want to make profits. It's important. We are owned by shareholders. But as part of our business, we also go all out to have impact. Impact in the technology that we provide, but also direct impact when we deal with a company like an NGO. We love working with NGOs. There's many of them. And we always find that it's a much more fulfilling work when we work with you. So thank you very much for even being here to actually share your experience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We really appreciate you. You have heard from the group CEO himself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. That was, honestly speaking, I think, Chair, you didn't lie when you said it's probably going to be better than some of the other discussions we've had. It was quite touching, and I think as a Zambian, I'm super proud to know that we have young people amongst us that are actually being so innovative, that are coming up with solutions that will actually solve problems that we're facing as a country. More often than not, what we hear is solutions and new technologies from the West, from Asia. Yet, right here amongst us, we actually have a young man who is pursuing his dreams, who's using his knowledge, and is actually going to solve problems for this country. So I'm super proud, and personally, I enjoyed that discussion. So thank you so much, MCO. Thank you, Emmanuel. We're happy for what you're doing. We don't take it lightly. I'm sure we're all behind you to support you and to ensure that this idea that you've come up with will actually go very far and affect other lives. Thank you.
We come to a very interesting time. We've been together for the whole day, and thank you very much for keeping the energies up. Definitely, I think our speakers also kept us awake, especially on the graveyard shift after we've just had all the Nshima, you know, and we're sitting here wanting to fall asleep. I'm very grateful that none of you showed signs of following us. But now, towards the end, we want to do a raffle to actually just thank you for being here by giving you a gift that is worthwhile, that our chairman was like, it has to be a high-value gift. So all of you guys who've put your business card or written your names in this paper, one person here is about to win a gift that will really make them very happy.
Also, if there's anyone who belongs to a printing company, I think you have quite a few customers in here. Unfortunately, not many people have business cards. Either that or they've run out. So please, see your potential customers. I think, glad you can.
All right, so this is not a rigged contest, as you can see. It's been audited by Deloitte. All right, so I'm just going to pick one. I did say we should only let them who is here win. So those who have left,
I think that's fair.
I think should not win. So if I call a name and there's nobody in the audience, we're just going to proceed to the next name. In fact, you'll read the names for me, isn't it? Okay. Here we go. Very well written, beautiful handwriting.
Njovu.
Norman.
Oh, congratulations, Norman.
Wow,
It's your
Norman.
lucky day today.
Jeez. Congratulations, my brother. Yeah, you've won a gift from Inc. that you, and I can just drop a secret, you and your significant other will not forget. Not anytime soon. Thank you very much for spending the day with Inc. Congratulations. Cheers.
Thank you, Norman. Which organization is Norman from? Who is he representing? Zamra, okay. Thank you so much, Norman. And it's, I actually did mention earlier, but he has won himself a night stay for 2 right here at Ciela. So, Norman, I hope you and the madam will have a lovely time. Please score some brownie points. She doesn't have to know you won it. You could look like you worked very hard for it. She'll be very nice. So we hope you enjoy your time here. And congratulations, Norman. Okay.
Congratulations, Norman. Thank you.
So now we've come to the end of our very long and exciting launch. I'll leave Glad to close off with some remarks, and then after that we'll be free to leave. Once again, you're free to visit the experience booths if you haven't already, to test out the services that we have launched. My name, once again, is Kambole, and it has been an absolute pleasure to be with you today. I hope you've enjoyed, I hope you've learned something, and we hope to do business with you. We really want to be able to collaborate with more of you within our audience. So thank you so much.
A hand for our MC, the beautiful Kambule.
You're making me shy.
Thank you very much. You've been wonderful today. At this point, really, I'm just filled with gratitude for all of you guys, you know, who stayed with us throughout the day. It's been a very heavy intellectual day where we all had to learn. We all were stretched a little bit. Questions were asked, and some of you guys have discussed some very interesting topics with us, even during lunch and during break. So thank you very much for being here. The biggest wish for me is that you come out here today with just one thing that you can take back to your organization, to say the investment that I've put in for the whole 8 hours today, I've come back to get value of this one particular thing. From us as Inc., one of the things that we'd like to tell you, if you are a company here that loved a solution, any one of the solutions that we have provided today, we are willing to come and give you a taste of that solution so that you can actually start to realize all of these things that seems to be far away, this artificial intelligence that seems to be far away. You can realize it immediately. Let me start by thanking the Ministry of Science and Tech for actually coming here and anchoring this event, and also thank Smart Zambia for being here. I also want to thank Zicta, who works very closely with the Minister of Science and Tech. We couldn't have done this on our own without a lot of our panelists. Sorry, there's a fly that's just on my face. It's very interesting. I've been seeing it actually when I was sitting there, now it's on me. So I want to thank all the panelists that have been here, our favorite customers who are very happy to talk fondly about the services that we provide, such as ShopRite, Synergy, IHS, and the many of the customers that I haven't mentioned. We are really nothing without you. We live to provide services to you, and when you give us positive feedback, it is fuel to us. So thank you very much for being here. I also like to thank all of the organizers of this event. When we come here, we see all of this already done. But I think most of us who have worked in events understand that an event like this takes blood and sweat. We've got a dynamite lady called Janet who runs a very tight show here. And she is flanked by all of our Zambia colleagues who help from social media to setting up the stands, to setting up all the technology that you are seeing at the back. So we are really, really grateful that all your efforts has culminated to this point. Honestly, I would like to take a moment to just give a hand to every single one of us, those who have come here to learn, those who planned, those who did so much, from just ushering people from the door to in here. Some people who got lost because initially we did not have pointers from the gate. So this event has been a lot of work that all of us have contributed to. So please let's give a round of applause to all of ourselves. Finally, this event was a brainchild of our chairman when we arrived here about a month ago. So we'd like to really thank his visionary leadership to actually decide that, you know, irrespective of whether we had budgeted for this event or not, we will make it happen, and we'll make it out of Zambia because of what we've seen when we came for a tour in Zambia. So thank you very much, Chairman, for that. All of us, I'm sure you've noticed that our Chairman leads from the front and understands technology mostly more than most of us in Inc. So we are really in good hands with regards to our Chairman. Thank you very much, Chairman. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, would like to say the event is concluded. May you travel safe at home. See you again when we do another event.
Sorry, Glad. I've just been informed that we haven't taken a photo together. So what we'll do is everyone, client, press, employee, will come here on the steps and we'll take a beautiful picture just to remember this event by. So
it's a wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, it's
gesture.
not my idea, but yeah.
You can
If we could all please come to the front and take our picture.
Yeah, please come through. I suppose there are stairs. So if you are tall, maybe you can stay at the bottom. And then all the... Okay, fine. So the short people then maybe up here where I am. If you are my height, stay down. If you are my height, then stay down. Either way, it will work out because there are stairs. And then please cuddle together. I also want to give a vote of thanks to all of you guys who are online. I know that it's been a long day because you missed out on the lunches and the drinks and the coffees. Thank you very much for staying online throughout. We really appreciate you. Send your messages on social media, but we really appreciate you. Thank you very much online.